Well, it was a pain to code the dual-port asynchronous static RAM, but it's finished. I am going to show you my last demo schematic under digital to test it. So I am going to, c'est pas vrai, going to run it up. So by default, let's say we're going to use port A to write. So I choose by advance data, I choose A. And then we are going to write A at address 0, B at address 1, C at address 2, D at address 3. We're going to write into four addresses. And then the other port is going to be configured in reading. So I pre-configure port A for write, and port B here is configured for reading. So it displays A because I am going to write A. So now let's start writing. Let's activate reading. So I read address 0. It displays 0 here. And I'm about to write A at address 0. So let's see if it updates the 0. I do a single, so you see, it displays we are reading on port B, and now I activate chip select here on port A. So I'm going to do write on port A, and it has updated the output on port B for address 0. I stop the write and I check other addresses. So you see, at address 0, B displays at address 0, B display A. If I increment the address to 1, it displays 0. I am going to show you all the addresses, 2, 3, 4. The rest of the RAM is at 0, except at address 0, because we wrote an A. Now, I change what I'm going to write. I'm going to write B, and I increment the writing address to 1, and I perform the write. So then I increment address to 2. I am going to write C. I perform the write. I increment address to 3, and I'm going to write the data D. I perform the write. Done. Now for the read, you see, we are reading already at address 0. At address 1 we have B. At address 2 we have C, and at address 3 we have D. Now conflict. Let's change what we are accessing on address 3 for both ports right now. If I change the data I want to write, and I put an F, for example, and if I activate, and for the other port, let's say I want to write E, and if I do simultaneous, so one is configured to write F, the other E, yes. So if I activate the port B is writing already. If I try to write with port A busy. So now if I do read B at address 3, it displays E, and if I now write my F from port A, it's going to update that one here. Yes, you see, read, write simultaneously. So it's enough. I show you all the cases. It's working perfectly. It's finished. So now I can move forward on the anonymous ID generator. I've got all my underlying native components ready